Dragons Live, presented by Form Communications.
Hello everyone and welcome to Dragons Live. On tonight's episode, we'll recap all of the action of our Dragons spring sports, take a look back at the red and white celebration event, which included the spring football game and new field turf design unveiling. We'll also enjoy a one-on-one basketball battle between our women's basketball assistant coaches, Vanessa Johnson and Allison Swenson. And I'll work on my serve when I check in with Dragon women's tennis. But first, let's jump all the way back to late March and get a recap of the historic run of the Dragon men's basketball team to the NCAA Elite Eight. The 2014-15 Dragon men's basketball team will go down as one of the best in school history, setting records for most wins in a season with 35, including a second consecutive NSIC North Championship, a share of the NSIC Regular Season Championship, NCAA Central Region Championship, and MSUM's first ever appearance in the NCAA Elite Eight. Individually, the honors are just too numerous to mention all of them. The standouts are senior Jordan Reaver being named to 4 All-American teams after sharing NSIC Player of the Year honors. Head coach Chad Walthall earned the triple crown of Coach of the Year honors in the NSIC, the Central Region, and National Coach of the Year. For a full list of honors and awards for this team, you can go to msumdragons.com/2015MBB. Or you can stay tuned right here for a very special announcement at the end of the show for a chance to relive this historic men's basketball season in person. Stick around for that for sure. Women's tennis has enjoyed a successful 2015 season. The Dragons finished third in the NSIC with an 8-3 conference record. Senior Andrea Ronglian and sophomore Jessame Jones have led the way in singles competition for MSUM, as both have posted strong 12-6 records. Ashley Wood is 10-8 in singles for MSUM, and in doubles play, junior Cassie Smith has a 9-7 record, while sophomore Rebecca Lukes is 8-7. MSUM women's golf has competed in 2 tournaments this spring after a busy fall season. The Dragons competed at the Southwest Minnesota State Spring Invite on March 12th and 13th and placed 9th. In their most recent competition, MSUM placed 6th at the Augustana Invitational, led by the 24th place finish from sophomore Lauren Dietz. Freshman Alyssa Berglund leads the Dragons with a 95.4 scoring average, while sophomore Shelby Iverson is averaging 95.6. The Dragons softball team has battled its way to a 12-24 record. The team has had some tough luck in close games, going 7-10 in games decided by 2 runs or less. MSUM started the season off strong, opening the season 10-4, but has faced some tough competition during the conference season. Highlights of the NSIC season include the Dragons' first win over Minnesota Duluth since 2007 and a thrilling 9-8 victory over Upper Iowa on April 18th. Senior catcher Brittany York has led the Dragon offense with a .357 batting average, while junior outfielder Christy Bruni leads the team with 24 RBIs. 4 players share the team lead with 5 home runs. And on the mound, junior Morgan Nybo has picked up 9 wins and thrown 20 complete games, leading the team with 74 strikeouts. After a successful indoor season, which saw 2 Dragon athletes earn All-American honors, MSUM Track and Field has turned its attention to the outdoor season. MSUM competed at the Washington Invitational in Missouri on March 27th and 28th to open the outdoor season and captured 5 victories. On April 3rd, wins from junior Molly Montoni and Cody Christ led the way for the Dragons at the Vance Butler Invitational in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The Dragons then had a big day at the Northern State Open on April 11th, earning 15 wins. MSUM enjoyed a successful trip to California on April 16th, 17th, and 18th, having 6 NCAA provisional qualifying performances during that trip, and Cody Christ set a new school record in the 10,000 meters to highlight that trip for MSUM. As mentioned, the Dragon women's tennis team has had a good season, and since I've actually never played tennis before, we thought it would be a good idea if I got some pointers on my game from sophomore Jessame Jones. Take a look. What is the first thing that I need to learn how to do?
How to hold the racket. On the serve, we use something called the continental grip. And so when you look at your racket, there's this ridge right here.
Okay.
And you put your first finger right there, and it goes almost diagonal. So it's a little bit more over that way. There you go. You start with the ball and the racket together. You bring both arms apart together. So on the toss, you just want to lift that arm. You don't want any finger action or any elbow in there. Just
no spirit fingers?
Yeah, no spirit fingers. That's going to make the ball go crazy. So ball and racket together, ball and racket apart, and then follow it through.
Oh God. Let's get loose. That is way bad.
It's just lifting with the shoulder. Not half bad.
So why'd you come to MSUM?
It wasn't too far from home, but it was still far enough away where it was a good location.
When did you start playing tennis?
I probably started in 2nd grade, I believe. I used to play out at center court. I took lessons.
What is the strongest part of your game in tennis, do you think?
Actually, I'd probably say either the serve or just my ability to track things down. I guess, I don't know if it's just because I can tell where my opponent's gonna hit it, but I see the ball and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go get it.
What's Ollie like as a coach?
Oliver's a great coach. He's, I guess you could say, pretty reserved. There's not much shouting or anything from him, but he has a way of just getting everybody quiet just with a stare down. He's got that peaceful yet scary. Even over there.
Got this glare. Right? What's it like being on the Dragon tennis team? I mean,
oh, it's a fun time. We've got a great group, and they're up 7:30 in the morning every day.
For more Dragons tennis coverage, head over to our website, MSUMDragons.com, and you can watch me try to improve my game, I guess we're going to call it, as I try to return a serve. It's not pretty. Of course, you can also get player bios, results, schedules, rosters, and all of that stuff is available too, and that's on MSUMDragons.com. Gosh, that's tough to watch. Coming up after the break, we'll recap the spring football game and last weekend's red and white celebration. That's coming up next on Dragons Live.
It's a new stay at the Courtyard by Marriott, located just minutes from downtown Fargo, local colleges, shopping centers, and several restaurants. The Courtyard features a 24-hour fitness center, 24-hour on-site Starbucks, and our bistro restaurant and lounge open for breakfast and dinner daily. Relax in one of our 2 indoor swimming pools and hot tub. The comfort your family needs close to all the action at the Courtyard by Marriott. Visit our website or call 218-284-1000. That's 218-284-1000.
Exceeding expectations. Getting better every day. It doesn't happen by chance. Preparation pays off. So the only question to ask yourself is, am I better today than I was yesterday? Exceed yesterday. Choose Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine.
It's been a while since we visited the Courtyard by Marriott Athletes of the Week, so let's head all the way back to January 19th through the 25th. Michael Joseph for wrestling and Chelsea Clementson for women's track and field. Joseph recorded a 5-2 win over Augustana's Logan Henning at the 174-pound mark during Dragons' match against the number 17 ranked Vikings. The win would make it a 4-match win streak, taking Joseph's record to 11-6 at the time. Clementson won the high jump at the MSU Open on Saturday and reached an NCAA provisional qualifying mark. January 26th through February 1st, Judith Robertson from women's track and field and Tyler Vaughn of men's basketball. Robertson had a solid showing at the Coburg duel. She won the 60-meter dash and was part of the 4x200 relay team that was second, and was also part of the 4x400 relay team that placed third. Vaughn averaged 11.5 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists, and 2.5 steals in 2 big wins over Concordia St. Paul and nationally ranked MSU Mankato. February 2nd through the 8th, Sammy Smith of women's tennis and Keith Turner from men's track and field. Sammy got her collegiate career off to a strong start for MSUM, helping lead the Dragons to an 8-1 win over Mary to open the season. She also teamed up with her older sister Cassie to earn an 8-5 win in doubles. Sammy Smith was also named the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference Tennis Player of the Week. Turner won the 600-meter run at the Thundering Herd Classic, posting the 2nd fastest time in school history. He also had the fastest time in the NSIC. February 9th through the 15th, Tia Knight and Chris Bascone. Knight had an outstanding run in the 60-meter hurdles at the SDSU Indoor Classic. She took second in that event with a school record time of 8:58, which earned her NSIC Track Athlete of the Week honors. Bascone finished with a 2-0 mark on the week at 197 to help MSUM to a pair of dual wins on the road, including a big win against Minot State, helping the Dragons come from behind to get the dual win. February 16th through the 22nd, Jess Jones from tennis and Bo Sheving from men's track and field. Jones finished 2-0 in singles on the week to improve to 5-0 on the year. She also finished 1-1 in doubles play. Sheving had a strong showing at the Bemidji State Twilight. He won the shot put and is ranked 5th best in the Northern Sun Intercollegiate Conference so far. February 23rd through March 1st, Garrett Hoffner from wrestling and Natalie Van Wy from women's basketball. Hoffner went 2-1 during the opening day at the NCAA National Tournament. He finished the season at 17-9. Van Wy averaged 5 assists per game to go along with 4 points and 2.5 rebounds per game, with 2 big wins from the Dragon women at the NSIC Sanford Health Tournament. March 30th through April 4th, Brittany York and Cody Christ. York hit .474 in 6 games for the Dragons, recording 9 hits and 19 at-bats. She was 2 for 4 with the game-winning hit in the Dragons' 4-3 win over Minnesota Duluth. Chris led the way for the Dragon men at the Vance Butler Invitational, winning the 5,000-meter run by more than 5 seconds.
Athletes of the Week is presented by Courtyard by Marriott.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. Last Saturday was the 10th annual spring fundraising event for Dragon Athletics, which was newly rebranded as the Red and White Celebration, which included alumni games, a celebration dinner, and the unveiling of the new Scheels Field at MSUM's Nemzik Stadium. MSUM Dragon Athletics recently held their 10th annual spring fundraising event called the Red and White Celebration. The day included a free youth soccer clinic, swim team mini-meet, Dragon Grill, alumni men's and women's basketball games, and the always popular Youth Fun Run. Also featured during the day was a spring football game, followed by the groundbreaking ceremony of the new Scheels Field at MSUM's Nemzik Stadium.
Great day to be a Dragon. I think we coined that phrase in 1975, so we've been using "it's a great day to be a Dragon" for 40 years. And today, it certainly is a great day to be a Dragon.
In the last 88 years, Moorhead's been just a fabulous community in which to live, in which to do business. And it feels so good to be able to give a donation like this to the Moorhead community and to MSUM. To better our community. We know the difference in Scheels that facilities make. We spend a lot of money upgrading our facilities, expanding our facilities, to keep them vibrant, to keep it exciting, to keep them competitive. And I'm confident it works the same way at the university in the football program.
But the most important thing isn't necessarily the green synthetic grass that's out there. It's the message that an organization that is full of winners believes in us. And when people believe in you and people that are special, they do things in a special way, it just raises the bar of expectations. And that's what our program needs. I think that's what our university needs. And in the end, that's what our community needs, because this is something that everybody will benefit from. So we are sincerely thankful from the bottom of our hearts.
Later that evening, the Dragon Pride dinner featured the student band The Collaborations. The night also featured acknowledgments for 5 individuals, including head soccer coach Raleigh Bullock for 10 years of service, women's basketball coach Carla Nelson for 20 years of service, men's basketball coach Chad Walthall in his Coach of the Year honors, retiring Vice President and CFO Jan Mahoney, and President Blackhurst for her first year as president. All the fun concluded with prizes, raffles, and a silent auction, but the main attraction was the unveiling of the new Scheels Field turf design. A fun day and a fun celebration for a historic year for MSUM Dragon Athletics. The Red and White celebration featured a free soccer camp. If you'd like more information on all the upcoming summer camps for MSUM, head to MSUMdragons.com/camps. We've got something for every athlete in your family, including volleyball, swimming and diving, and basketball camps galore. Visit MSUMdragons.com/camps for a full schedule and registration information. Another feature of the Red and White celebration was the much anticipated spring football game. Here's a look at what's in store for the future of Dragon football.
On Saturday, Dragon football put on the pads for their annual spring game. Last year's high-producing offense and struggles defensively resulted in their second straight 4-win season. But the spring game proved to head coach Steve Lockway that the defense is moving in the right direction.
Well, I thought defense made some huge strides, and if you look at it, I think it was roughly about 20 stops on series, and so that's good football out of that group, and you know, we felt like our offense is a good offense and has really established themselves as a good offense within our conference. To see our defense come out and have that many stops today is an encouraging standpoint for our whole program.
The individual standouts on the day were Damon Gibson, Dan Grandy, and Hunter Broughton for the Dragon offense, but the Dragon D was highlighted with several sacks from Connor McCarthy.
Yeah, no, it feels good to make some big stops with, you know, crowd here to see what we're doing. You know, I got a couple sacks and TFLs today. That always, you know, feels great.
Well, I think Connor McCarthy stands out. He's a guy that's had a tremendous spring of being able to get pressure, and so we did a good job blitzing him today, putting him in positions to make plays, and that was good to see out him. He's still a true freshman that played last year, so to see his development is exciting for us. I thought the defensive line play overall was good. There was pressure, there's guys getting off of blocks, and I thought the pursuit to the football was good.
This class will feature the largest senior class ever in Coach Lockway's program, and he's excited about the heightened intensity he's seeing so far.
The new field is becoming a reality, and it's getting closer and closer, and so I think, you know, you can't help but get excited and want fall to be here as quick as possible, and so I think our guys understand, you know what, there is something special going on here. It is a big senior class. They know it's their last chance to make a name for themselves and really transform the program, and so everything's set. We just need to be able to have a great summer and put ourselves in position to do that next fall.
Get tickets to every single home football, basketball, volleyball, and wrestling home events this season by joining Dragonfire. Support Dragon Athletic scholarships and get exclusive access to Dragon events by joining today. Memberships for next year are on sale now. Head to GoDragonFire.com for more information. That's GoDragonFire.com. Coming up after the break, you won't want to miss the one-on-one battle between our women's basketball assistant coaches. That's coming up next on Dragons Live.
Forum subscribers, the Forum is now offering Platinum Rewards free with any newspaper subscription. Go to inforum.com, click on the Platinum Rewards link, log in, and you'll get instant access to dozens of discounts and coupons at a variety of local businesses. You can print the coupons or display them on your phone or tablet at the time of purchase. It couldn't be easier. Not a subscriber? Enjoy a free trial and see the benefits of Platinum Rewards. It's our way of saying thank you to our loyal customers. With Platinum Rewards, it pays to subscribe.
Mr. Goldman loved his family a lot, didn't he, Dad?
He sure did.
That's why he had State Farm life insurance, like you. So his family never has to worry, right?
Mr. Goldman didn't have life insurance.
Why not?
He was just a goldfish.
Ignore him.
Call State Farm agent David Eggers in Moorhead today so your family won't have to worry about whether you have life insurance.
We put the life back in life insurance.
In an earlier teammate game, we asked a couple of women's basketball players who they thought would win in a game of one-on-one between their assistant coaches Allison Swenson and Vanessa Keeler-Johnson. The trash talk that ensued was epic, so we had the two face off for official bragging rights. Here's the matchup.
We're going to have a little fun with a little one-on-one matchup. It all started with a teammate game question. Who would win? Players picked Vanessa and not Swen. So we got to settle the tie. Or to settle the score here, it is going to be a game to 11 by 2s and 3s. No best of 3. It's just one game. So you got to bring it for one game. Raise your hand if you think it's going to be Swen.
Team Swen.
Who do you think it's going to be? Vanessa, raise your hand.
Vanessa!
Why do you think it's going to be Vanessa?
Guards for life.
The players may say guards for life. Let's see what happens. Here's Vanessa Johnson pulling up for 3. A lot of rim on that one. Swen with the rebound. Brings it out beyond the arc. Showing off some ball handling. Backing her down. Going big for the post. Little fader. Gets it and takes the early lead. The Bigs loving that. All right, Vanessa Keeler-Johnson with the crossover between the legs. Looking for the step back. No, takes her to the rack, going for the scoop shot and gets it. Vanessa ties it up. Looking for Swen to probably go back inside and take advantage of the height. No, with the step back. No, short. Upset with herself at that one. Vanessa takes it out, pulls up. Ooh, way off mark, but hustles for the rebound. Offensive board. Come on, Swen, box that out. Up for three, short. Again, gets her own offensive rebound. Another three. This one goes, and Vanessa takes a 5-2 lead. Swen not happy with that rebounding performance. Vanessa very confident in the shooting abilities. Needs to lock down on defense here. Swen trying to show the range, and does! Ties it up, 5-5. Swen now needs to show up some defense and hopefully get that offensive rebound. Vanessa Johnson for three again. Back-to-back threes for Vanessa. Gives her an 8-5 win. Just a basket away from victory. Now smothering defense. Smothering defense. Swen trying to fake her out. No with the three. Vanessa gets the rebound. Tries to do a quick move out from the arc. Takes it to the rack. Another scoop shot and gets it to go.
10-5.
10-5. Vanessa a basket away from the victory. Needs to play defense. Wax on, wax off, karate style defense apparently. Swen on the arc for the three to get back in it. Yes! 8-10. Swen could win it with a three, but she needs to D up here. 10-8. This is to win. Vanessa eyes her down, takes her to the basket, step back. Swen gives it to her, no contest, and she buries it, winning 12-8. The guards are happy and dancing about that one. And I see two winded coaches.
Congratulations to Vanessa, and sorry, Swen. This old dog was rooting for you. Better luck next time. Now, let's get into the fan favorite Dragons Live Top 5.
At number 5, women's basketball's Michaela Payne having a little fun on Twitter with her rendition of a SpongeBob classic.
All right, Pinhead, your time is up.
Who you calling Pinhead?
At number 4, more women's basketball as student assistant Trevor Olson is in the annual football challenge, grabs the one-handed pick. Great block by Swen, then takes the pick 6 to the end zone. At number 3, it was a cold, windy day for softball. So cold that the snow delay forced the team to pack into the equipment shed like a clown car to stay warm. The end result, a little team bonding over some shared heat. At number 2, it was a cold day in Boston, but our president, Dr. Ann Blacker, seized the day and ran her first Boston Marathon. Congrats to her on the accomplishment. And at number 1, a series of wonderful softball plays that we got to watch. First, this grand slam by Christy Bruni helped the Dragons take the lead and the win over Upper Iowa. Now defense taking the spotlight as Taylor Hoos makes his diving stop and flip to second base for the out. And finally, the finale. In the last game of the year, all 4 Dragon seniors hit home runs to dominate Minnesota Crookston 13-4.
We've got more Dragons Live coming up. We've got an update from our own AD Doug Peters in this week's Doug's Desk coming up right after this.
Get everything Dragons in the palm of your hand with the MSUM Dragons mobile app. Available now for all your mobile devices. Get news, events, videos, tweets, and all the live coverage you crave simply and easily. Get the MSUM Dragons mobile app today or check out msumdragons.com/mobile app for more information.
At Mid-Continent Communications, we pride ourselves on great customer service. Yet to Mid-Continent employees, community service is just as important. So you'll find us helping out in the places where we live and work, making a difference, lending a hand. It's what you count on neighbors for. Mid-Continent Communications, the connection that counts.
Welcome back to Dragons Live. Let's see what our own AD Doug Peters is fired up about on this week's Doug's Desk.
All right, I'm fired up for this week's segment of Doug's Desk. I'm here with Heather Solheim. We're at the NSIC Records and Financial Aid Learning Seminar. We spent the day with the NCAA as we're starting to prepare for the new legislation pathway to graduation. And Heather's in this with me, because what else are we planning together, Heather?
Well, Doug, it's really exciting. We are going to actually broadcast our commencement ceremonies live on WDA Extra.
Yep, you got it right. So
I did.
There's a reason why I'll hang around with you, even though you're wearing purple.
I am wearing purple today. But also, we are going to broadcast live, and we are going to do a kind of pre-game warm-up for each ceremony with a lot of interviews and great video clips. And I am fired up to see you guys watch it.
All right, so that's what we're planning in Dragon Athletics this week. Be ready for our graduation ceremony coming up in mid-May, and there might be some special news on the documentary next week. Stay fired up.
Fired up.
Just around the corner for the FM community is the much-anticipated Fargo Marathon, which features a new route taking runners right through the campus of MSUM. Here's more.
Area community members and supporters of the 2015 Fargo Marathon gathered to see the unveiling of this year's poster by its artist, Paul Johnson.
Mark Knutson always tells me basically a starting point. I ask him, you got any ideas at all, anything that you want communicated? And he told me this year, he said, we're going to go through 3 college campuses. So he said, I would like to use their colors.
Johnson's beautiful design embodies the route and theme of this year's Fargo Marathon that, for the first time, will go through the campus of Minnesota State University Moorhead.
You know, I think being able to take the marathon over into MSUM is you know, it's going to be a really great experience, I think, for the runners, I think for the campus. I'm excited because, you know, NDSU and MSUM both have students still in session on marathon day, so I'm hoping that, you know, both campuses will come out in full force. I know there'll be a weekend before finals, but, you know, maybe it'll be a good time for a study break and get people out cheering them on. So.
Well, the Fargo Marathon has gone through a couple of the other campuses. We've gone through NDSU and Concordia like 4 or 5 times, and this year we really wanted just to do something special and take it through Minnesota State University Moorhead. It's never been done before, and with Dr. Blackhurst being a marathon runner and just the rejuvenation of MSUM, it was just the perfect timing for the marathon to go through MSUM.
It's a wonderful idea to run it through all 3 campuses. I think that's a great thing. Promotes some unity in the community, and it gives recognition to those 3 schools, to the people especially who come from out of town. I mean, everyone who lives in Fargo Moorhead and runs in the marathon or West Fargo generally knows about the colleges. They may not visit the campus that much, though, so I think for everyone it's going to be a wonderful opportunity to see how beautiful those campuses are in the spring. If we're lucky, it'll be a nice day like last year, and it'll be beautiful.
There's a lot of personal meaning for me as well, as a marathon runner and someone who's participated in the Fargo Marathon and felt that excitement and that sense of community and that sense of accomplishment firsthand. To have MSUM be an integral part of that event, to me symbolizes the integral role that we play in Fargo Moorhead and the larger community. And I'm going to run the segment of the course that goes through the MSUM campus, and I get goosebumps thinking about what it'll feel like to run through the campus mall with, you know, crowds of screaming dragons who will be cheering me on, as well as all the other dragon runners in the marathon.
We leave you today with the special announcement that we alluded to earlier in the show. Men's basketball had a historic year, and you can relive the whole thing and get the behind-the-scenes details of the entire journey from the players and coaches themselves by going to the screening of the men's basketball documentary called Together on May 6th at the Fargo Theater. Our student videographer followed the team all year long and chronicled this amazing season that bonded the FM community together in Dragon Pride. It's all absolutely free on May 6th at the Fargo Theater. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. with the show starting at 7. Get all the details at msumdragons.com/together for more information. We'll leave you with a little taste of the Together documentary. Hope to see all of you there as always. Thank you for watching Dragons Live.
What is my favorite Walthall saying?
There are just so many fan favorites.
Gap. Get in the gap, get in the gap in practice.
Like, God bless it, where he always yell, God bless it, gap, gap. But he'll say to get him off, and then he'll follow it with the, look at my point guard. look at my point guard. And I remember one time I thought Rick was crying. He got poked in the eye. I didn't know that. I thought Rick was crying. He was like, look at my point guard.
You can't touch Rick at all. If you touch Jordan, and it's like,
get him off. Get him off.
When he's angry, he can't spell. So, so he'll start writing stuff on the board. And everything will be spelled wrong, just like missing all kinds of vowels and letters.
One of his favorite lines to say continuously is, what is that? And like he has different variations of moods and tones.
What is that? Get him off!
What is that? What is that? Seriously, what is that? And like he'll just continuously just say it over and over again, and it's just so funny. Like,
I guess that would have to be my favorite Walt quote.